In previous sessions, we've made connections to the blockchain network in a variety of ways. We've used MetaMask, we've used Remix, we've connected to local virtualized environments within the page, we've connected to local blockchain instances, private networks, but we have not created a custom application that presents a UI and holds that connection to the blockchain network and performs transactions against it. In this case, we're going to do precisely that. And I have here an HTML page with a bit of script that is going to do that. It is not important to understand every part of this code, but it is important to understand the overall components that are at play here. The very first part is a user interface, which in this case is simply a box and a button. The next part creates that handshake. It uses the MetaMask object that exists within the page to be able to make transactions against the Ethereum public network. The last part of it is simply a function to get the balance, and we will be able to enter an account in the text field box and then be able to make a query against this function. So because it is a web page, I'm going to go ahead and serve it from an HTTP server, and I have that here on the command line. The file that I am accessing, you can see here if I enter index.html, if I scroll up, you'll see the same contents that I just showed you in the editor. And so I'm going to go ahead and run a small HTTP server, and you can see there that it's running on localhost port 8080. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that next. And as you can see here, we get very much what we showed or what we saw within the UI. If we go back, header 1 is the balance, the second field is an input box, the third one is a button, and it starts off with this account here. So we're going to go ahead and make a transaction now against the running public Ethereum blockchain network, and we should get back the balance of this account. And we have. Now, if we wanted to try a different account, I could navigate to the current account that I have here within MetaMask, and you can see there that it has over 1,000 Ether. I'm going to go ahead and copy that address. I'm then going to go ahead and paste it onto this page. And when I get the balance, you can see there that I get a second entry, 1,065.69, which is what we had there listed as a balance. So this is more than we have done before. This is now our own user interface within the web browser, being able to deliver this page to anybody across the web, and we can still make transactions against the Ethereum public blockchain. Users would need to have MetaMask in this case. However, this is bringing both of those two networks together, the World Wide Web and the peer-to-peer world of blockchain, and the connection between them is MetaMask. You can see here how we can get a hold of the object within the page, and once we have a handle on that object, we can make any of the calls that are available through the Ethereum API, the application programming interface. And so if you wanted to learn more about that, you could do a search for the W3 web interface to Ethereum blockchain.